thank you to everyone here for sort of providing such a warm welcome for myself and everybody from the UK. Charlie especially for producing another Warrior Games this year in 2013, and it's a huge honour for me to be here. A year ago, I was in Washington on the ambassador's lawn to plant a tree, which is what most of our family do nowadays. But after doing that, I had a chance to meet some of the US and UK teams that had just come back from last year's Warrior Games. And I remember sitting down and having a chat to them and sort of thinking to myself how unfortunate I had been for not having the chance to go to last year's Warrior Games and to see them win all their medals, despite the fact that we weren't officially part of it. So I said to myself and my team, who have been running around the room all here today, that no matter what happens, we need to be here. We need to get ourselves involved with the next one. And well, here we are. Surprisingly enough, it actually happened. So thanks, guys. I'm so happy and privileged to be here today. Happy because Colorado is a beautiful state, obviously, but privileged because of the fine athletes that we find ourselves amongst. It's a great honor, one that is difficult to put into words, but I'm sure, as you've heard, most people are trying to do that. In the past 12 months, since we last met, or since I was last on the ambassador's lawn, I found myself serving alongside UK, US troops in Helmand Province, along with other nations, obviously. Some of them just voices on the radio to myself, others showing us great hospitality within Bastion. No matter the detail or the accent, I witnessed at first hand the bravery of our troops, not only confronting dangers on the battlefield, but also its tragic consequences, life-changing wounds, and the death of friends. The courage is clear and obvious, from moment of injury through the countless hours of intense rehab. And to surprise you, I'm actually talking about the families, because it seems like a walk in the park for the rest of the guys who get injured, but it's always the families and the ones that get left behind who struggle the most, and quite rightly so. However, with the Warrior Games, combining sport and challenge, I believe, will ignite inspiration and motivation through extraordinary achievement, as already mentioned previously. And the Warrior Games itself embodies this, and for that, everyone involved is hugely grateful for the organisers. And that's Charlie and all his team, people that none of us know the names of. We too, through our foundation, have launched the Endeavour Fund. Like the Warrior Games, it strives to support and strengthen a similar theme, providing financial help and expert advice to individuals and groups of servicemen and women who are planning expeds, that's expeditions for you civvies, and also other physical challenges. I'm proud to say we have an elite board of expertise, some who are actually wounded themselves, to make sure that we actually get it right. However, for me, there's no escaping these guys. They hunt you down wherever you go, as I now find myself somewhat, I don't know, but volunteering for a somewhat sedate walk across the Antarctic with the Walking with a Wounded team in the back end of this year, in November and December. So something that seemed to be me just trying to be helpful and raise awareness for the guys has now got myself into a whole world of trouble. And I'm going to be walking/running across the ice for about 4 weeks. So yeah, as I say, there's no escaping these guys. Once you get to meet them and hear their stories, it really is that simple. Also, backed by our Endeavour Fund. Well, our Endeavour Fund is actually backing that itself, so we're hugely grateful to be part of that. And luckily this time, as opposed to the North Pole last year, we've got the USA, Canada, Australia, and the UK all taking part in this. So it's something that I hope that all of you would take a huge interest in, as your nation will be coming probably second, if not third, to the UK team. I actually got in trouble when I said that with reference to the Australian team. They then had a media conference and, well, I'm not allowed to say what they said. But it's a real treat for me to be part of that, so I'm hugely grateful once again. Finally, our foundation, the Royal Foundation, which somehow we've managed to get our name on the board, which is great, is delighted and honoured to be working in partnership with our friends here at the United States Olympic and Paralympic Committee. Our joint aim is to help those who have fought together to achieve their own personal goal, whatever that be, however big or small. And I only hope that in the near future, we can bring the Warrior Games to Britain and continue to enlarge this fantastic cause. And I don't see how it wouldn't be possible to fill a stadium of 80,000 people not to watch Olympics, not to watch Paralympics, but to watch wounded servicemen fight it out against each other, not on the battlefield, but in a stadium. So thank you very much for having me here today, and hopefully I'll see you out there at some point. Thank you.